It is the toughest division in baseball, and there are facts to prove it. Your AL East preview is here. Baseball's almost here as well. You need to be prepared. I'm Lauren Shahadi. The last three AL champs have hailed from the East. Boston in 2007, the Tampa Bay Rays in 2008, and of course, the Yanks just last season when they returned to glory for their 27th championship. They traded for Javier Vazquez, named Phil Hughes as their fifth starter, which was the remaining question mark going into the season. Joe Girardi, Derek Jeter, Mariano Rivera, all entering the final year of their contracts, but that's not a worry in the Bronx. This team looks very similar to the one from October, and that is a good thing. The Yanks also have a new outfielder in Curtis Granderson, who's excited to put the pinstripes on.
You played in a World Series with the Tigers. What's it like to come to a Yankee team that just won?
Well, all the expectations are there on them to win. It has been that way for every year. Even when years when they weren't expected to be that good, you still have to watch the Yankees in your rearview mirror because you know they're going to be coming until the final days of the season. Now the fact that they have the ring from 2009, of course, odds-on favor are going to be us right away, and the bullseye is going to be even bigger on our back, but that gives us even more momentum to want to be hungry and go out there and get another one.
Are you a Red Sox fan? Boston isn't the same team as the one that won it all in 2004 and 2007. They've changed from a team of bashers to a team built around pitching and defense. They are pushing both, and they could have enough of both to threaten the Yankees in the East. They added Adrian Beltre, Marco Scutaro, Mike Cameron to play D, and signed John Lackey as a free agent to solidify a strong rotation. But they still need Big Papi to return to form after two subpar seasons. You need the bats to get the win.
David, how's it going this spring? I know last year, really, April, May, and June were really awful for you. You struggled as badly as you ever have. But then you made a strong comeback, 28 homers, 99 ribbies. Where do you stand this spring?
Nothing, you know, I'm feeling good. My program this year in the offseason was different than the year before. I don't know if you remember that I had that wrist injury, and I wasn't allowed to do too many things. But thank God I recovered from my hand and do my whole routine. Hopefully everything starts good this year.
After winning the World Series in 2008, Rays fans, you had high hopes once again for your team, and although they didn't live up to those standards, they still won 84 games, which is pretty solid compared to their past. With all the young talent, though, it might be a case of win now for the Rays, with Carl Crawford and Tony Pena both in the last year of their contracts.
Everybody nationally and probably locally too has talked about the situation with Carl Crawford obviously entering the final year of his contract, Carlos Pena too. It seems like your players for the most part have been able to keep that out of their minds and be able to focus on things. Do you worry about that at any point becoming a distraction?
It's always a possibility, I cannot deny that, but I'm really not worried about that. I think our guys are very, again, motivated to get back to the World Series as Rays. Carlos is a Ray, Carl is a Ray, and hopefully they're going to be Rays for years to come. So I know that is their motivation right now, and I'm not really concerned, although I understand that things can become a distraction.
Well, with the AL East being very top-heavy, it's very difficult for the Orioles and the Blue Jays to compete, both in different stages of a rebuilding phase. As the Orioles' young talent is growing together on the field, it's a team that isn't yet ready yet to challenge the Yankees, the Red Sox, or the Rays, but could be in another year or two. But in the Blue Jays' case, who just traded Roy Halladay this offseason, they look to be several years away from competing in this division.
From the outside, I know, with the trade of Roy Halladay over the winter time, from the outside, a lot of people are looking at it as well. You know, kind of last one out, turn out the lights. Inside, though, it has to be a different feeling in the spring. I mean, it has to be.
It's still baseball. Yeah. I mean, no matter who we have, the guys love being up here. I mean, we're all privileged to be putting on a big league uniform every year, and guys are healthy, happy, ready to go, and it's what we love to do, and we're blessed to be doing it.
What do you see for this club this year and beyond? A lot of good young talent starting to come together.
First off, I see progress. You know, we have to improve on what we did last year. You know, a lot of the young guys, a lot of the pitchers came up at the end of the year, did very well, but that was last year. Everybody, you know, we got a clean slate, so you know it's a good learning experience that they had last year, and now it's time to get down and to win.
Well, you know what time it is. Time for our predictions. Our MLB columnist Scott Miller that you saw there had both the Jays and the O's at the bottom of the division. He also says the Rays, he has them in second behind the Yankees over the Red Sox. But there's only one way to find out for sure, and it is starting up soon for everything baseball. We have got you covered right here on the site. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you soon.